Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here or just stopping by, hello, my name is Jennifer and I'd love it if you stuck around and subscribed. I do a giveaway every 100 subscribers, and when I'm filming this, we are almost halfway to another giveaway, which is awesome. So we do a little bit of everything on here on my channel. It's a little bit of a smorgasbord. I do have videos linked down below that are from pretty much everything I do here on my channel: cleaning, vlogging, beauty, makeup, business, mom videos, home remodel, like everything. I have some stuff linked down below, or you can just go explore my channel here on your own. But I would love to have you. And my Instagram is also linked down below if you would like to follow me over there. You can keep up with stuff a little bit easier, and I pretty much almost always announce when I have a new video going up. So you already know from the title of this video, today I just want to talk to you a little bit about mental health, and specifically my mental health and how I'm faring with the massive amount of stress in my life. If you've been to nursing school or you know somebody in your life that has went through nursing school, they'll probably tell you it's the hardest thing that they've ever done. And I'm not even a month in, and I can already tell I'm in a run for my freaking money. Just the overwhelming amount of stress. When you feel like you're caught up and that you have time, like a little bit of downtime to hang out with your family and your friends and just, you know, lounge around, you don't. You don't have that feeling. As soon as you try to do something that doesn't involve nursing school, you are immediately overcome, or at least I am. You're immediately overcome with anxiety that you're supposed to be doing something, that you have forgotten an assignment, that you need to be studying, that you need to be practicing a skill, and it's just a lot. Like a freaking lot. I've talked about it on my channel before, but I do have an actual, from a doctor, diagnosis of anxiety and depression. I've struggled a lot in my life with both of those things. It sucks, okay? I have a fucked up head and I can admit that. I am fairly open with the people in my life about my mental health, and when I'm not having a good day, when I'm having a good day, when, you know, I'm just not having a day at all. I'm pretty open about it with the people that are closest to me in my life, and I have been medicated for it before, but when I found out I was pregnant with my daughter 3 years ago, I stopped taking my medication just because I didn't want to risk hurting Ellie. And my midwife told me it was totally fine to continue to take my medicine because I took Lexapro. But I was just really scared because I found out so late in my pregnancy that I was pregnant, that I had had no prenatal care, and I was already super scared and anxious that I had hurt her somehow by not knowing I was pregnant, that I didn't want to risk anything else. So I stopped taking my Lexapro while I was pregnant with Ellie 3 years ago, and then after I had Ellie, I just didn't get put back on my meds, and it's just, like I said, it's been 3 years since I've been medicated, and I have really, really high highs, but then I have really low lows, which I feel like is something very common with people with anxiety and or depression. When I'm having a good day, I am just so excited. I am so productive. I plan things out. I agree to do things. I work ahead, and I'm just on top of the world. But then out of nowhere, I'll randomly just be like, no, we're having a bad day. We're having a bad day. If you try to work ahead in class, you're gonna do something wrong and they're gonna kick you out of nursing school. If you plan to go out to dinner with your family on this day, when it gets here, you're not gonna wanna do it, so why would you even go ahead and tell them? These are the things in my head. Or at work, you shouldn't do that because if you do that, it could be misconstrued and you could get fired and lose your certification and get kicked out of nursing school. You shouldn't text this person or Snapchat this person because they snapped you back a little differently than how they normally do, and you feel like they're mad at you. These are things my head tells me, and in the back of my mind when I'm going through those bad days and those bad thoughts, in the back of my head, I know it's just my anxiety talking to me and my depression talking to me, and that most of the time that's not the case. But the overwhelming majority of me agrees with the voice in my head that people don't actually like me, that I don't have friends, that I'm gonna fail out of nursing school, that something bad is gonna happen. I have overwhelming thoughts that something bad is gonna happen to me, to my family, all the time. All the freaking time. So because of that, I mean, I've been diagnosed for a very long time now, and my entire family knows, and most of them have just gotten accustomed to it. When I'm in a bad mood or I'm having a bad day, 9 times out of 10, I'll just say, I'm just really tired. And my family has kind of figured out that that's code for I'm having a shitty day. I'm not actually tired. I just want to go lay in the bed and not even sleep. I just want to go lay in the bed because I don't want to deal with people or things. I don't want to be talked to or touched. I just want to lay in the dark in my room by myself. That right there, that place is the lowest low for me. But I'm a full-time student. I work around 30 hours every week, so I'm right at full-time employee. I'm a mom. I have an amazing family. We are all super, super close in my family, and that's just not a possibility for me at all. 9 times out of 10, if I just want to go lay in my bed, it doesn't happen. I can't do it. I have to take care of Ellie. I have to check on my family. I have to do homework, because I know in the long run that this is temporary, that those feelings are temporary, that I'm not worthless, that I shouldn't hurt myself. I'm worthy of love and respect, and that it's temporary, that it's my head screwing with me because I have a chemical imbalance in my head. But when I was younger, I didn't see it that way. I would just get overcome with bad thoughts, and it resulted in me self-harming for a very long time. My family knew about it, my friends knew about it, and everyone was trying to help me, which just made me push further away, and it got really bad. I made really bad choices. I did not treat myself with respect at all. And I finally got out of that hole. I got help. I felt so much better. I got put on my Lexapro and everything was perfect. After 8 years being told me and James would never have children, I found out I was pregnant, and I was just on cloud 9. But cloud 9 never lasts ever, and I got really anxious and low right in the beginning of December, right when I found out I was accepted into nursing school. Just everything went to shit. Probably some of the best news that you could hear in your life. You've been accepted into this highly competitive program in the middle of a pandemic. You were meant to do this. It just solidified in my head that I was meant to be a nurse. This is what I've been working for so long in the back of my head. And to this day, when an instructor emails me, in the back of my head, I'm saying to myself, oh, they realized they made a mistake. You're not supposed to be in the nursing program. Oh, you messed up something or didn't turn something in on time. You're being kicked out of the program. And it wouldn't go away. In the back of my head every day for the past 2 months or so, Ellie doesn't really love you. Ellie is only here because she lives with you. She doesn't love you. She doesn't want to spend time with you. James is only here because you have a baby together and he's trying to make it better for Ellie. Just constant. And if those thoughts weren't happening, it was, you know, nobody really likes you. Nobody really cares whether you're here or not. No, it would make no difference if you were here or not, which is terrible thoughts to have. And my mom realized that I was having some serious issues, and she knew because my mom is a nurse as well. She already knows that the nursing program is so stressful. It is so serious. It is just one wrong step and you're out. One wrong step, miss a point, miss 1 point and you're out. She knows how stressful it is, and on top of that, I have a wild toddler. I'm trying to work. I have a house to take care of. I have a relationship to nurture, and she just knew. So she talked to her doctor, who I see as well, so it's not, you know, and she made me an appointment, and I went, and they asked me exactly what was happening, and I told them, and I was like, you know, I'll think about a day for a really long time, like a specific day, like my first day of nursing school. And then when it got here, if it doesn't go exactly how it played out in my head, I just sit on the floor and cry for hours. And they were like, you know, that's really not normal. And I was like, yes, I'm aware. So I ended up back on Lexapro. I've been taking it about 3 weeks now, and I do feel myself leveling out. It's easier for me to get out of bed every day. It's easier for me to concentrate and to highlight the good things in my life. Not that when I'm having a bad moment that I don't recognize the good things in my life. I just think they're not meant for me, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't. But I pretty much just wanted to make this video to open up to you guys. It's okay to not be okay. It is okay to need help, and it is okay to take medications. Depression and anxiety is a mental health problem. It is a diagnosed problem. It is an illness, and the chemicals in your brain do not line up how they are supposed to. And that's okay, but you have to talk about it. You have to be honest with yourself and with your family or your friend or whoever you're closest to. You have to be open about it and honest with yourself, or it's never going to get better. If that means you go to therapy, if that means you get put on medication, it is what it is. You have to do something to make yourself better. I can tell you, from being medicated before to not medicated, to super high highs, super low lows, self-harm, it's not worth it. It is not worth it. And if you have to find a reason for yourself to live every day until you can get that help and be honest with yourself, then that's what you have to do. If, you know, you feel like you have to stay around to feed your fish, or because your mom would be sad, or whatever it is that's keeping you here, hold on to it. And you have to reach out and get help. It will eventually get better, even if you're at the lowest low you can imagine. You can only go up from there, okay? It will get better. Please don't turn to suicide or self-harm or anything like that, self-destruction. Please don't. Reach out, get help. There are hotlines. I will put a suicide hotline in the down bar. You can find help. There are resources available to everyone for help. So, super heavy video, and I'm really sorry if it went sideways, but I mostly just wanted to tell you guys that it's okay to struggle with mental health. It's okay to have medications for it. It's okay to not have medications. If you can handle it well on your own, that's fine. But if you think you're handling it well and other people around you are telling you you're not, then you're probably not. Anxiety is an asshole. It doesn't care. Depression is the same way. It does not care about you. It is trying to rule you and make you think one way that's not real. And it's terrible that so many people have anxiety and depression. And I know a lot of people, especially in my generation, are diagnosed with it. And then the older generation, like our parents and our grandparents, are like, you know, that's a made up thing. That's not real. That wasn't a thing when we were growing up. Just because medical field has advanced to where we can see it and there's proof that it is a brain issue, doesn't mean it's not real. That means it's new information. So I didn't want to start a war, and I don't want to be controversial or anything. I'm speaking from my experience, and there's hope. There's always hope. There's always something you can do. If you want to comment down below with your story or anything like that, or if you don't want it to be public, you can DM me on my Instagram that's linked down below. But there's always help. Like I said, I will link a suicide hotline down below, and feel free to ask me any questions or request anything in the future that you might want to see. I will try to always be open and honest with you guys about how I'm feeling and what is going on in my life, to show that it is okay to ask for help and to open up about your mental health. So I hope this video wasn't ridiculous and then it's easy to understand. Might not be. Obviously, if you're seeing it, I figured out in editing how to piece this together to where it didn't seem so crazy. So with that being said, I'm gonna get off of here for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed it or got something from it that can help you, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.